is Ratchet TV recap and review time. Please start this video off by giving it a thumbs up. I hope you got your teacups ready, and let's start the show. I just gotta figure some stuff out. Well, I just gotta go. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 5, Episode 7, Playing with Fire. Y'all, you know. Okay, y'all need to sit down and get your goddamn teacups. Where the fuck you gonna get? I ain't got no goddamn teacup, but I got some water today because I need to drink some fucking water, bitch. Get your teacups, get your water, get your goddamn wine cooler, whatever. This might be a long one because I need to sit down and we need to analyze this shit as girls. Now, y'all know that Thick Chick knows that this shit is scripted more than any goddamn body, okay? I done came and gave y'all a full video on a lot of the scripted ass shit that's going on, a lot of the fake ass storylines. So Thick Chick knows, okay? Thick Chick knows that this shit is fake more than anybody, okay? However, the crazy thing about this whole situation with these women and how messy they are and how they're always getting into these confrontations is the fact that this shit goes on in real motherfucking life. You got these snake ass fucking friends, these people that smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. They backstabbers. Backstabbers. Smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. They're backstabbers. Yes, you got bitches that's in your face every day, skinning and grinning. All the time, these bitches are scheming some motherfucker shit. Half of them probably scheming up some shit to try to get your nigga. Some of them probably scheming up some shit. They got them talking about you behind your back to this friend, that friend. My thing is this. My mother always, and we gonna get into the goddamn review in a minute. Y'all already saw this ratchet ass shit. We gonna get into it. But my mother always told me, a motherfucker who stay talking to you about somebody, you best believe they talking about you to somebody else. That's why I don't dipple and dapple in that shit. So that whole Carly Red and Tommy shit and the whole Joss, I mean, it's just too much of that back and forth, too much chitter chatter about other people's motherfucking business between these bitches, okay? My thing, that's why I do not participate in goddamn gossip with no motherfucker about nobody else, because I already know if the motherfucker talking about you to me, they gonna be talking about me to your ass, so I don't even participate in this shit, okay? Let's go ahead and get into this motherfucking shit, and like I said, we gonna be sitting down as girls, so hopefully you got your teacups so we can discuss this goddamn shit, okay? Alright, and I do have my notes, because y'all know this still might be a goddamn 45-minute video, because I talks too goddamn much, but I don't care. We have to break this shit down piece by motherfucking piece, because like I said, even though we know that a lot of this shit is scripted, we also know that this shit does happen in real life. We do know that. Alright. So, it starts out with Carly Red meeting up with Tommy. Carly Red deciding that she wants to meet up with Tommy because apparently Tommy has been going back. We know this shit. Tommy went back and told Jocelyn that Carly Red was, you know, laughing and talking about her along with Jessica Dime. But we all know that, and that was, part of that was true. When Jessica Dime was talking shit about Jocelyn, I mean, Carly Red, by her talking about how she defends Jocelyn and all this shit, Carly, you did not defend Jocelyn in that instance. Not saying that you should have, but you didn't. You did not defend her when Jessica Dime was talking shit about her. What you did was you kind of co-signed the shit that Jessica Dime was saying about her. So don't sit there and try to play like you're the victim, as in, you know, you were basically trying to, stop Jessica Dime from talking about her, because you were basically co-signing everything that Jessica Dime said, but I die motherfucking grits. So like I said, she's telling Tommy how she doesn't feel like it's right, and Tommy basically tells her, you know, don't sit there and try to make it seem like you weren't saying anything about her, because you were low-key co-signing the shit that, you know, Jessica Dime said, like I said. So basically she said, well, I'm a real ass bitch. If a person is talking about you to somebody, I'm going to come back and tell you. Carly Red, quit fucking lying, bitch. You messy. My thing is this, you one of them bitches that will sit there and go back and tell somebody everything that that person said, but you will leave out every motherfucking thing that your motherfucking ass included into the conversation. You will leave out the ingredients that your ass sprinkled up in them. But you'll tell what everybody else sprinkling in there, but you'll leave out your shit. That's the typical ass bitch shit. That's why I don't fuck with grimy ass bitches, okay? I don't fuck with grimy ass bitches because of bitches like Carly Red. That bitch is messy as fuck. And I'm just waiting. Has anybody actually whooped her ass? Should I know that they were sitting there shaking the table? I'm talking about actually whooped her ass. And I don't advocate for violence. Those of you that are watching this, I don't advocate violence, but that is a messy ass chick. I know it's scripted. I know the shit is scripted. But look, goddammit, that I believe that if that bitch messy like that, she messy in real life. I couldn't, even if you acting Carly Red at this particular, you know this is a reality show, I wouldn't even fuck with you in real life because I just feel like you just have that type of personality. And I'm gonna talk about your ass a little bit later. So like I said, she claims she's 100% a real bitch. She'll tell her friends if somebody's talking about them. And she also tells Tommy that, and Tommy was like, hold on, but you need to chill with that because sometimes you'll be telling people shit and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So Carly was like, oh, okay, I got some stuff I need to tell you, but since you don't like information, I'm not gonna tell you. And gets up and walks up, and the information that Carly Red decides to hold to herself is the fact that she gonna be meeting up with Scrap in her motherfucking her shop or whatever to discuss some type of music deal. Girl, you is a fucking girl. Stop. So Jocelyn meets up with this realtor person because she's looking at houses for, I guess, to buy in Atlanta. But her and Stevie J going through a little something. So she's looking at the house alone. But she decided to bring along her arch nemesis, Dawn. Now, her and Dawn, they sit there and they apologize to each other and basically squash their beef or whatever beef they had back in the day. When Dawn was putting all that shit in the blogs about Stevie J being, on some type of drugs and basically saying that Stevie J and Jocelyn are not married, which 9 times out of 9, they're probably not married. All this shit is for TV. But she got Dawn there in one of Mona Scott's staged ass houses, okay? So she's sitting there having a conversation with her, and basically Jocelyn is asking her, what the fuck went on with, what's the beef between you and Tommy? She was like, you know what? I don't really even know this chick. The only thing that I know is when I was in jail, apparently Dawn ass was in jail. I didn't even know no shit like that. But apparently Dawn was in jail, and when she was in jail, she had some type of situation with KK, and I guess because Tommy has dealings with KK, she got beef with Dawn. But apparently Tommy was saying how Dawn had her name in her mouth. I don't know the specifics of that shit because like I said, we just meeting this Tommy bitch, and I don't really, Dawn was in all of 2-3 episodes last season or whatever. So we don't really know these people. So I don't really understand that whole situation, but that's what she was trying to explain to Jocelyn, the beef between her and Tommy and why Tommy attacked her, quote unquote, at her listening party. So Stevie J pops up because like I said, even though Jocelyn and Stevie aren't seeing eye to eye, he really don't want to purchase a house with her, but he shows up to look at this house anyway. When he shows up, of course, he see Dawn. Now, just because Jocelyn and Stevie and Jocelyn and Dawn are cool, Stevie still don't want to fuck with Dawn. He don't want to fuck with her because he feels like she's grimy as fuck. Which, like I said, I feel like this. You only got one motherfucking time to cross me. That's the way I feel. I only give a bitch one time to cross me. You cross me one time, bitch, it's X for you. You X'd out of the motherfucking equation, bitch. There is nothing else that you can have to say to Thick Chick if you cross me one mother. Fuck that fucking, we need to leave the past in the past. Unless you my family, and if you just some random ass bitch and you cross me one time, that will be your final time crossing me. I'm just saying. So like I said, Stevie J don't want to fuck with Dawn. So he's telling, Jocelyn, anything that you do with her, you need to pass it through me because you need to remember that I'm still your manager. Now, I'm here with Jocelyn on this. I can see how Stevie J is trying to be controlling. I can see that. He does appear to be a controlling person because look at all the shit that he puts on social media. Anytime Jocelyn takes a photo with somebody, he assumes that she's cheating on him. I mean, any little thing that she does, he seems to be the jealous, controlling type. I guess because he knows what he's capable of and the type of shit that he does. So he always tries to control every aspect of things that she does. So I understand that. But I do understand him not wanting to fuck with this Dawn chick, especially when she done put us out there like that, basically calling us crackheads. This motherfucker putting shit in there talking about we ain't married and you want to all of a sudden be cool with this motherfucker again. So he not really here for that shit. So he tells her, anything you plan on doing with her, you need to run it by me because I'm your manager. So Jocelyn tells him, look, well, I need a copy of mine. My contract. We know this is the same shit that happened last season with them in this motherfucking contract. And now she's threatening to basically take him to court if he doesn't give her a copy of her contract. So he's like, look, I'm done with the conversation. And he leaves. And she was like, look, and which I totally understand. and I know that a lot of people do this. A lot of married people have their husbands as their managers, and I guess I can understand that, because I guess you want to be around your husband and you want him to be involved in every aspect of the things that you're doing. However, sometimes it's best to just be married. You don't need to be in my business relationship. We don't need to have a business relationship. We can just be married, be in love, be together. We don't need to work together in every aspect of our lives. So sometimes you just need to just be in a relationship. You don't need to have that business part of the relationship. You don't need to have the relationship and the business aspect, coinciding together. But because sometimes that shit clash. So I understand what she's saying about that. So she basically telling him, I want my contract. And, and she was basically telling Don, look, I don't care what he say. I'm still going to be cool with you. That don't mean he got to be cool with you. And, at this point, I just basically want my contract. Because I guess you want to see what type of shit he got up in that motherfucker. You don't want to sign some shit. We already know that Jocelyn, last week, she was saying, what the fuck did she say last week? Some old off-the-wall ass shit that she said fucked up a goddamn word. We know Jocelyn probably can't I ain't going to sit there and say that, girl. I was about to say she can't fucking read, girl. But, girl, we already know Jocelyn didn't read over no goddamn contract thoroughly. So it's probably some shit up in there that Stevie J didn't come to caulk it and her ass don't know about it. So bitch, he probably got your motherfucking ass tied down for 100 years and you don't even know that motherfucking shit. So yeah, hopefully he gives her contract and she don't have to take him to court and they can move on, sweep that motherfucker professionally. Okay, shout out to Justin J. So this chick, Carly Red, girl, she at her goddamn shop. And why you had to invite Scrap to your shop after hours? We already know why you did that. I wouldn't doubt if you done went and fucked them in the back room on top of some of your goddamn clothes. Because that's the type of thought-ass bitch that you are. I'm sorry, Carly Ray. You are a bitch. You are, you way past foul, bitch. You way past foul. So you considering yourself my friend. You hanging out with me probably hours before you meet up with my motherfucking quote-unquote, I'm not even going to consider that to be Tommy's ex-dude because we know that shit is a fake-ass storyline. But on the show, her boyfriend, they just, going through a little situation. You're going to meet up with my dude. You flirting with my dude. Then you kissing my dude. And bitch, we can only imagine what the fuck you did with my dude after that. But I digress. I'm going to talk about that in a second, okay? So, like I said, she meeting up with him and, basically he's there. The whole reason why he's there apparently is to talk to her about some type of music. That is her reason for inviting him to the shop after hours to discuss some type of music. So he's asking her what type of record label she has, and it's called, what the fuck did she say? Red Entertainment or some shit? I think she said Red Entertainment. I don't exactly remember. I don't really give a fuck. But they sitting there and they flirting back and forth, and he was like, hold on. He's like, I'm kind of getting hot and heated and all this type of shit because this bitch is bending over in front of this dude. I mean, doing all types of whole shit. And my thing is, you don't give, dudes gonna be dudes at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck who you are, they gonna look, okay? And had some of them motherfuckers foul as fuck to the point where they will touch too. But anytime you bending over in front of a dude and all this type of shit, of course he's gonna goddamn look. So she's doing all this type of shit, flirting with him and batting her eyelashes and all this type of shit. So he proceeds to, he was like, hold on, ain't you dating somebody? She was like, I am dating. She was like, I'm talking to Life Jen. He was like, talking? What does that mean? Apparently she been texting live, calling live, and he ain't responding to none of her goddamn text messages or phone calls. Number one, I ain't trying to be funny, but Life Jennings, that's a motherfucker. I'd be scared of that son, bitch. That motherfucker running people off the road, whipping people ass and shit. I'd be scared of his motherfucking ass. But girl, you need to count your blessings that he ignoring your phone calls. But he might be ignoring your phone calls because he know how much of a hoe you are, girl. Okay? He know how much of a hoe you are. He probably haven't really watched these damn reality shows, but he probably got his damn friends or whatever. Like, you need to leave that goddamn chick alone. Don't you know she done smashed every last one of us? Okay, yeah, that's how ran through your cooter is, Carly Red. Girl, you are fucking, bitch, shouldn't nobody fuck with you. You shouldn't have no female friends because I don't trust that type of a bitch. The type of a bitch who would sit there and consider herself my friend and sit there and just be licking and kissing all over my dude in her shop on this secret meeting y'all fucking having. Bitch, y'all fucking digress. So like I said, she's telling him that she ain't really fucking with Life right now because he ain't answering her, texting her back. And he proceeds to tell her that he really single. He ain't fucking with Tommy or Tierra, which that might be slightly true because neither one of them are fucking with him right now because he won't sit there and choose between one or the other. So they might not be fucking with him right now because he's refusing to choose one or the other. So he might not be fucking with them, but still, you got to remember, Erica is his real chick. Y'all need to go back and watch the T video that I did. Erica is his real girlfriend, just so y'all know. Tommy and Tiara. Tiara is his real baby mama, but Tommy is just some bitch that he got on the show to make a little bit of extra fucking cash, okay? So they get to fucking kissing and shit. He put her up on the counter, they kissing, and Lord, like I said, they probably went to the back room and they fucked her some shit after that. Cause Carly Red is that type of old grimy ass motherfucker. But her ass, trust me, she gon' get what her motherfucking ass been dishing out. I'm pretty sure very, very soon. And I'm looking forward to that goddamn day. But let's move on. Jocelyn visits K Michelle, and K Michelle has an amazing house. If y'all didn't know, K Michelle is back in Atlanta. Y'all know K Michelle left, and she left because y'all know she went through this whole thing back then with her and Rashida when, you know, her and Rashida were cool, but Rashida's also cool with Toya and Memphis. And basically Rashida basically called K Michelle a liar when K Michelle said that Memphis used to beat her up or whatever. And of course, you never want to speak on another woman's situation, especially if you weren't there. You can't speak on somebody's situation. It's just like if somebody say that they were raped. You know, even with this Bill Cosby situation, I always say where there's smoke, there's probably going to be some fire. Now, whether or not I believe that all those women were raped by Bill Cosby is another thing. But do I believe that he did some foul ass shit? Absolutely. So where there's smoke, there's usually going to be fire. But I digress on that. So basically, Rashida was basically calling K Michelle a liar, and it did later come out. Memphis admitted that he did beat K Michelle's ass. Okay, he did admit that. So K Michelle is basically back in Atlanta because she's here to shit on some motherfucking bitches, okay? She's here to shit on some bitches. So she's in Atlanta, and Jocelyn goes to visit her, and K Michelle sends her on this goddamn scavenger hunt. She has a beautiful house, by the way, in case I didn't say that. So she got all these little letters and shit that Jocelyn got to go on the scavenger hunt for, and they sit down and they eventually have a conversation. So she basically tells Jocelyn that she's going to invite all of her frenemies, all the people who had a problem with her in Atlanta. One of the main reasons why she left is because basically she said they ran her out. We know they didn't literally run her out of Atlanta, but I guess she was going through a lot, and it was a lot of bad memories in Atlanta, I guess, at the time from a lot of the shit that she went through with Rashida and a lot of the other people. So she decided to exit stage left and go and explore the world and work on a couple of albums, and she basically want to show these bitches that she is that bitch. Now, we know Jocelyn being the motherfucker that she is, girl. She proceeds to say, oh, well, how about me and you go in there and get on the couch and, you know, let me eat that thing on that couch. Jocelyn just don't give a fuck what she say. That's one of the reasons why I do like Jocelyn, even though she is, you know, a little bit extra. But that's one of the reasons why I do like her, is because she speaks her mind. And of course, we know that script that K Michelle was like, I don't want to get in trouble with Stevie. She was like, girl, me and Stevie don't talk for real. So apparently, Jocelyn and Stevie J, girl, they must really be going through some shit, because allegedly, okay, we know all this shit is scripted, girl, for the show, but her and Stevie J ain't saying, number one, you done came to Atlanta being messy. Stevie J ain't really here for you being messy as fuck. Basically telling, you know, his nephews that he been sleeping with their mama and all this type of shit. So she being low-key messy. So I guess her and Stevie J are kind of not talking right at this particular point. And plus, you hanging out with Dawn, the bitch you done sat there and tried to sabotage our entire existence. So, you know, Stevie J ain't really here for that. So he kind of, I guess, distancing himself from Jocelyn at this point. Number one, you can't distance yourself from your motherfucking wife, okay? You talking about you don't know if you want to buy a house with your child. We already know y'all ain't motherfucking married, so you ain't even got to explain that shit to us no more, because you motherfucker, how the fuck you gonna distance yourself from me and I'm your goddamn wife? How the fuck we ain't gonna be living? Well, whatever. I digress. I have to, Thick Chick, you need to keep in mind, this is Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is not real life, bitch. This is not real life. These motherfuckers are acting. Horrible acting, might I add. But I digress. And she tells her even about the Carly Red situation, how, you know, Carly Red and sat there and went and told everybody that, you know, she said she was going to blackmail her, which you did, Jocelyn. Don't sit there and try to cover that shit up. You did tell that girl you was going to blackmail the fuck out of her if she don't keep your name out of your mouth. You did say that. So K Michelle says that she going to have a conversation with Carly Red and tell her, you know, basically you need to chill. Just chill out, girl. Just chill out. So K Michelle tells Jocelyn that she going to have a conversation with Carly Red, girl. Stevie J pops up at Mimi's house basically because he wants to confide in her. Number one, how the fuck you gonna want to confide in me about the bitch that you left me for? You gonna confide in me about the bitch you sent me through the motions, boy? You hurt me to the core. to the core. You want to come and confide in me about the bitch that you hurt me to the core about? Really, Stevie J? But I digress. He goes to Mimi's house and telling her all about his marital problems and how Jocelyn is hanging out with Don and how she's starting all this shit with between him, his nephews, and KK and all this stuff. And he basically tells Mimi, or he asks Mimi, can he crash at her house for a little while until he sorts shit out with Jocelyn? Because like I said, him and Jocelyn are apparently not speaking right now, which we know that shit is fictitious, that shit is fake. They probably sleep in the same bed goddamn every night. But like I said, I don't know what these motherfuckers be doing for real. Because they sit there and get together on these reality shows and the shit just turn left, turn sour real fast. Because, I mean, you started this shit out on a sour note, and then you gonna end it on a fucking sour note. But I digress, okay? So he's asking her, can he, stay over for a little while? Number one, oh, hell no, to the no, hell to the no. That's like me asking my dude, can my ex that then sat there and took me through the motions and goddamn had his goddamn crazy ass girl fighting me and shit, can he stay over my house because the girl that he left me for, they on rocky ground right now? Hell no. All that money you got, motherfucker, what you better do, all the money you claim you got, you around here buying big fat ass rocks and shit for Jocelyn. What you need to do, you need to carry your ass on down to the downtown Atlanta, get you one of them goddamn hotel rooms or some shit. Get you a hotel downtown Atlanta some goddamn way. That's what you needs to do. You don't need to be asking me no goddamn, can you spend the night with me? Because the answer is hell no. And like she said, that's confusing as fuck. I'm gonna have you spending the night on that's gonna confuse the fuck out of our child. You staying over, even though you sleeping in the guest room, she gonna be thinking, oh, okay, daddy's back living with us now. Hell no. Carry your ass down there with all them stacks you claim you got. Like I said, down there to downtown Atlanta, get you one of them goddamn hotel rooms, stay down there for a couple nights, then go on, carry your ass back on home to your goddamn woman. So she basically agrees to it. Tell him she's going to have to run the idea, across Chris, of course, which is her girlfriend. And she's also going to have to run the idea across Jocelyn, because her and Jocelyn, Mimi and Jocelyn, are cool right now. She wants to keep it that way. We know Jocelyn and Stevie J both are very, very jealous. So if she finds out that Stevie J is just sleeping over Mimi's house and she don't know nothing about it, she going to think it's a foul shit going on. So Mimi wants to run the idea across Chris and Jocelyn, even though she low-key kind of agreed to go ahead and letting Stevie J stay in her motherfucking house. Jocelyn meets up with Tommy to basically confront her about crashing her listening party. So she gets there and Tommy apologized. She said, I'm sorry for what happened at your party. I didn't mean for it to go down that way, but you already knew that, you inviting all these you wanted to be some drama at your party. That's why you invited the people that you invited, okay? You invited the people that you invited because you yourself said that you knew you was going to stir up a motherfucking pot. You knew you was going to stir the fucking pot. That is the reason why you invited the people that you invited. But I digress. Jocelyn tells Tommy, well, you crashed Mimi's party and then you came to mine and you crashed mine. You can't be doing that. And Tommy basically tells her, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. Now, I think Tommy and Jocelyn, at first I thought Tommy was a little, soft on Jocelyn. And I thought that she was low-key one of them chicks like back in kindergarten when you scared of somebody. I thought she was one of them chicks that was quote-unquote scared of Jocelyn. But she seems like, she'll go head-to-head with her motherfucking ass. So she sits there and tells Jocelyn, I can do whatever the fuck I want. She said, yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But she said, because she said, I have done that myself. She said, you need to calm that down a little bit because we need to act like ladies. Jocelyn, who the fuck are you to give anybody any type of, behavioral etiquette? For real, Jocelyn, you can't give nobody no behavioral etiquette when your ass sit there. You still act like a motherfucking donkey. I will give you this. You have calmed down just a little bit, but you still be acting like a motherfucking donkey. We already know that, okay? But like I said, her and Tommy have their little words. She basically tells her, look, fucked up what you did. Tommy tells her I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. Don't sit there and try to check me when you used to do the same thing. But she did apologize to her, so she should have left it at that right there. She tells Jocelyn one of the main reasons why she acted out the way that she did is because she's drinking a lot. Because of the whole situation that's going on with Scrap. That fake ass storyline that's going on with her and Scrap. She's claiming she's drinking because of that fake ass storyline that she going through the motions with Scrap. Number one, girl, you ain't fucking with Scrap. We know that, okay? We know you not fucking with Scrap. Apparently you fucks with African dudes, and that's turned out to be fucking facts according to other people who live in Atlanta, and I guess know y'all people. These people have validated these fucking stories. They say that 95% of the shit that I said in that video was factual. Actual and factual still I'll choose you. Anyway, they said that shit is factual, so we know that's a fake ass storyline. So that whole you drinking because of scrap shit, you can squash that shit, okay? But what you need to do, my thing is, the goddamn, you ain't finna drive me to no motherfucking drink. Ain't no nigga finna drive me to drinking, okay? But that's just thick chick. Thick chick, you are a different motherfucking breed, okay? And for those of you who be wondering who I'm talking to, this is my imaginary friend. I have yet to get this bitch a name. I'm gonna have to get, y'all can help me name this bitch over here that I be talking to. When I turn to my right and I be talking, I'm talking to my imaginary friend. Well, bitch, who are you, bitch? What's your name, bitch? We gonna have to name this bitch, okay? But yeah, this bitch claims she drinking a lot, and that's one of the reasons why she lashed out of this listening party. But we know that's fictitious. Whole Red is daydreaming over a photograph of Scrap, y'all. I'm talking about some old giggling ass high school shit that you do when you get your first boyfriend or whatever. You just feel like you all in love and you just sniggling and giggling. Y'all, this bitch, like I said, Carly Red, I know this is a show, but Carly Red does this shit in real life. I know this bitch does. Ain't no way in fucking hell I would sit there and act like this on a television show if I don't do this shit in real life. I'm sorry, you're not about to put me out there like that. Ain't enough money in the fucking world. But anyway, Whole Red is daydreaming over a photograph of Scrap, and she's meeting over Jessica Dime. So Jessica Dime comes in, and of course she catches her daydreaming over this fucking photograph. My thing is this: ain't no way in the fucking hell I can sit there and see what the fuck a bitch is looking at on her fucking phone. So we know there's already some shit that Mona Scott concocted, but I digress. So Carly Red basically tells her that she met up with Scrap and how they was kissing and all this shit, and of course Jessica Dime is just acting like she's all shocked. You know that Carly Red is a fucking hoe, Jessica Dime. You know that Carly Red is a fucking hoe, so you are not surprised. You are not surprised. I know you were trying to look shocked, but you were not surprised that bitch told you that she was licking and kissing all on Scrap, okay? So Jessica Dime calls her mother thought Risa, and Carly Red talking about, she was like, but Jessica Dime was like, but girl, why the fuck would you fuck around with him when you got these other bitches fighting over him? You know, if they fighting over him, you know they're gonna try to kick your ass over him too, basically is what she's telling her. She was like, well, girl, I can see why they fighting over him. What kind of shit, bitch? Who, what, why, when, and how come? Why would anybody sit there and be okay with a dude having chicks fighting over them, and you decide to add yourself into that equation? That just lets me know right there, Carly Red, that you is really fucked up in the head, and all you really trying. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna run my blood pressure up with this goddamn woman. But that is some bitch. What the fuck I look like knowing that a man got a wife? Just using this as an example, a wife and a side chick. I sit there and talk to him. It's not like, I'm not trying to talk about Scrap. It's not like he's all fucking natty. Not like he got no whole gang of fucking coin, okay? Not like he got a whole gang of coin. And y'all sitting there and fighting over this motherfucker, and you gonna sit there and add yourself to this equation knowing that this nigga is not to be fucking trusted. So she tells Jessica Dime that she feel like he, telling the truth about him not fooling around with Tommy or Tierra. So you really think that he's just going to be 100% committed to you, Carly Red? You need to give your coochie a rest. Give it a rest. You go from so many fucking dudes. You done went from goddamn Benzino to Young Jock to Life Jennings to Scrap. Now you fucking around with, I seen the photos of your ass fucking around with Tiger Girl, Tigger. You went to Beyonce's concert with Tigger, and I know that might have been a random ass photo, but you didn't fuck. You didn't fuck. I don't give a fuck what you say. You didn't fuck. Yes, you have. And since we're on Scrap, before I forget about that, y'all remember in the Tea Time video that I did, I was telling y'all about how Scrap was sentenced to 20 years. That was a fact. Scrap is serving 20 years in prison. However, he gets out in 5 years. It was a 20-year bid, but he is to be released in 5 years. So that is true. Apparently, right there, you can check this shit out on Google. Apparently, that shit is true. But like I said, she's spilling all the tea to Jessica Dime about how she's fucking around with Scrap now. For real, Carly Red? But anyway, and Jessica Dime, tells her, since we spilling the beans about niggas doing this and doing that, Jessica Dime tells her about how little Scrappy has been FaceTiming her, and she finds out that he ain't fucking with Bambi no more, and all this type of shit. So, I mean, it's just some old, y'all, really, I can't with this whole situation. And then, of course, as Jessica Diamond is telling her that, Carly Red is sitting there acting like she's throwing up. Girl, if anybody need to be doing the like they throwing up, it need to be somebody at your goddamn ran through coochie ass, Carly Red. Stop trying to be shady, Carly Red, because you can't. Especially not when your coochie been ran through like that. You're a very, very pretty woman. But when you just known around town as being a hoe, you ain't finna land nobody who gonna really try to be committed to your ass. Because you just that much of a fucking hoe. Mimi invites Chris over and tells Chris how basically that Stevie J wants to basically sleep over. And Chris, she's like, okay, I basically knew this shit was going to happen. And basically, you know, in a nutshell, Chris breaks up with her because she feels like it's too much. She tells Mimi, I'm just going to give you time to figure out what you need to do as far as your life is concerned and as far as we are concerned, etc., etc. Of course, she sit there. I just gotta figure some stuff out. Her fucking fake crying, the same shit that she did. You hurt me to the core. But she actually let some real tears fall that time. I don't know if it was some of them goddamn eye drops they put in your eyes like they do in the movies, but she did some fake tears and shit. So I kind of felt a little bit bad for Mimi at that point. But we know it was, girl, we know she ain't really fucking around with Chris, girl, for real. And as she tells her, I gotta figure some stuff out. Chris said, well, I just gotta go. So Chris got her shit and she dipped. And basically her and Chris are, I guess they're broken up at this point. They might still be friends, but they're broken up at this particular point in time, girl. Now we're at K. Michelle's video shoot, and I don't know what song that is she was singing, but it sounded a little bit of a snippet that I did hear. It sounded amazing, and I cannot wait to hear it. I don't know if the shit is already out. If it is, y'all leave it down in the comment section down below. But she invites Carly Red to her music video shoot to have a little bit of conversation with her, and also to invite her along with a lot of the other people that she has issues with in Atlanta to her viewing party for her new music video. So, she basically is telling Carly Red how she feels like Rashida put a hex on her, talking about, girl, you saw these bags under my eyes. K. Michelle is a funny ass chick. I do enjoy watching her. I think she is funny, and I think she keeps it real. I really do. Now, like I said, K. Michelle gives her some invitations to her listening party to give to a lot of the other chicks because she really don't fuck with them like that. She just basically want them to come to her party to basically show them that she's shitting on their motherfucking ass, okay? And she, K. Michelle does something, she tells Carly Red something that I myself adopt, okay? K. Michelle basically tells Carly Red, look, just because you ain't fucking with somebody don't mean I ain't gonna fuck with her. We know Carly Red and Jocelyn ain't getting along. We know K. Michelle, she is friends with Jocelyn. She's also friends with Carly Red. Just because you got an issue with somebody does not mean that I need to have an issue with that person as well. If that person ain't did shit to me, I don't see why I have to stop talking to them because you have a beef with them. That is your issue. That's just like if I got a situation with somebody, I'm not going to tell you to stop talking to somebody because I'm not talking. That is some fucking high school shit for you to tell somebody, you supposed to be my friend, you don't talk to her. No, we are adult women. As long as I'm not discussing you to her or discussing her to you, I don't see what the issue is. As long as we have a conversation as far as we're pertaining to, and it ain't got shit to do with you, I don't see why I can't be cool with the person. Now, where it can become shady is if I'm going back telling all your business to this person and coming back telling all that person's business to you. That's where that's where it can become an issue. But if I can be cool with somebody just because you're not cool with them, as long as we're not discussing you or the other person in our conversation. So I love the fact that K. Michelle told Carly Red that just because you ain't fucking with her don't mean I ain't fucking with her, okay? So she gives her the invitations and, you know, for everybody, and she leaves Jessica Dime out. Now, Jessica Dime and K. Michelle used to be cool apparently, okay? Apparently they were cool before. I don't know. I don't remember them being cool, but apparently they were cool. And she basically tells Carly Red, you know, no, ain't no invitation for her motherfucking ass, you know, leave that bitch in the trash can where she belong. You know, that's a fucking shady ass bitch. And Jessica Dime is fucking shady. She is fucking shady. Like I said, I think Jessica Dime is new to the scene, and I think she's trying to make her mark. I think she really wants to be extra messy because she knows the more messy you are, the longer Mona Scott will keep your ass in a fucking contract. That's what I'm thinking. The reason why Jessica Dime is really trying to be extra fucking messy. So it's time for Arian and Mimi's birthday party because, like I said, they're having their birthday bash together. So they're having a meetup and they invited all of the girls. You got, you know, Carly Red, Jessica Dime, Rashida, Arian, Mimi, Bambi's there with her new dude that she's dating, Chaz. All of them are there at this this meetup for Arian and Mimi's birthday party. Okay, so when they get there, Carly Red is passing out the fucking invitation because we know K Michelle don't get along with Rashida after the shit that they went through. So she's passing out the invitation. And the girl, she low key throws shade because, like I said, Jessica Diamond sitting there. She was like, "I'm gonna pass them out as I see them." I mean, she low key throwing shade at Jessica Diamond. She knows she don't have an invitation for her ass. So she hands one to Rashida and she hands one to Mimi. And Jessica Diamond's like, "Where's mine? You know, where's mine?" And Mimi's like, you can have mine. You know, you can have mine. So Jessica Diamond tears the shit up because we know that I guess she feeling some type of way because number one, K Michelle don't really want to fuck with her like that, and she didn't give her an invitation to her listening party. So she tears the shit up, okay? Now, as this shit is fucking happening, look, let me tell you something. Before I go to that, please explain to me why Jessica Diamond decided to call K Michelle a regular bitch. Please explain to me, girl, who the fuck are you, Jessica? We didn't know you, okay? You were some scripper down there in Florida, wherever the fuck you were from. You were a scripper down there, and you brought your ass to Atlanta, and now you on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and you gonna call K. We know who K Michelle is, so you're the regular bitch, Jessica Diamond. Stop trying to be just extra and talking all this low-key shade shit about people. Even though I know K Michelle did say you need to leave your ass in the trash can. But girl, you got some nerve calling her a regular bitch because we don't know who you are. Well, we didn't know who you were until now, okay? Like I said, Bambi is in this club with her new dude, Chaz. We know they're dating now. So Rashida goes over there because Rashida is cool with Bambi and Lil Scrappy. So she goes. Rashida don't know at this point that Jessica, not Jessica Diamond, that Bambi is dating this Chaz dude until she says anything. So Jessica Diamond takes it upon herself like, oh, okay, well, Scrappy been, he's been FaceTiming me. Now I want to say this to the girl who left a comment under my video last week. When I was talking about the shit that was going to happen on the next episode, and I was saying how Jessica Diamond was wrong as fuck for barging into this chick's conversation and basically telling her that she's FaceTiming Lil Scrappy. If I told you I'm dating this dude, I don't really give a fuck about you telling me that Lil Scrappy is FaceTiming you. That was some messy ass shit. So for you two told me that I shouldn't be assuming, I was right in my fucking assumption. She did just walk over to those people's conversation and decide to just add in her 2 cents that she was dating Lil Scrappy. Now, when she did do that, and when Bambi was like, oh, okay, well, I don't really care, and she just got aggressive, like you got aggressive with this chick because she wasn't upset with you that you fucking around with her ex. So how the fuck you gonna be mad at me because I'm not mad at you for fucking around with my ex? Why? Why are you mad about that? So at that point, Rashida tries to break up the conversation because Jessica Diamond called this girl old tall ass horse, and Bambi then called Jessica Diamond a fucking fat ass bitch. I mean, they just going back and forth. So Rashida's like, you know what, Jessica Diamond, get the fuck up. Let's bounce. Okay, let's bounce. I don't have time for this shit. And Arian and Mimi, they over there like, damn, we can't take these bitches nowhere. We supposed to be out here having a good old time, and these bitches out here about to goddamn tear each other wigs off. We can't take these hoes nowhere, and we know they cannot. But it was Jessica Diamond's fault that you gonna go your ass over there. Starting the argument, talking about I got your old nigga and I can get your new nigga, okay? And then she walks off and she tells Jessica Diamond, you saw how her nigga was looking at my ass, and not Jessica Diamond, she tells Rashida that Chaz was looking at her ass, and Rashida like, girl, look at your ass. Motherfucker, you got this fake ass. Okay, it's huge. Of course a dude gonna look. Hey, I guess she probably wanted to tell her, girl, if Kirk saw your ass and I'm sitting right there, he probably gonna look too. Because the shit is just ridiculously big, okay? You just got too much shit pumped up in there, so the shit is ridiculously big. So of course a dude is gonna look. So basically, yeah, she's talking about I'm that bitch that can get your new nigga and I got your old nigga. I mean, I thought it was reaching the fact that she actually just, I mean, why? Especially if I tell you I don't care, you talking about, well, I'm making it your business. Why do it need to be my business? Because you need to start some drama with me for it to be a storyline for, now it's a storyline between me, you, and Lil Scrappy. I guess that's the reason why you need to start some beef with me. I mean, for real, Jessica Diamond, stop. I thought that was reaching. And don't nobody give a fuck that you FaceTime and texting Lil Scrappy, girl. Like Bambi said, girl, join the motherfucking club. Allegedly, he texting and FaceTiming a lot of people. So join the motherfucking club. I guess you just want to start this beef with me for a fucking storyline. Go on about your fucking business. Then she talking about the reason why she said it is because it was funny to her. For real. Anyway, like I said, I know this shit is scripted, so I'm not gonna get too caught up in that. But Jessica Dime, bitch, you was wrong for that shit right there. Especially you can't be mad at this girl for not getting mad at you. How the fuck you get mad at me for not getting mad at you? I can't get over that. A bitch that'll get mad at you for not being mad at her. That just goes to show that you wanted to start some shit and it failed, okay? On the next episode, let's talk about the next episode really quickly. This bitch D Smith is all into some shit again. Like I told y'all before, I was here for a transgender woman being on Love and Hip Hop. I was rooting for this bitch. Bitch, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you, D Smith. And you getting on here. I know Mona Scott tell you to be messy, but girl, now you into it with Bambi. Now you into it with Bambi for what? For why, bitch? For why? For why? Why are you into it with Bambi now? Okay? She getting on my motherfucking nerves. Okay? D Smith, sit your ass down. So, KK, basically, Scrap is telling them that he got to do these 5 years. I told y'all this nigga got to do these 5 years. He got 20, but he got to do these 5 years. And he's basically trying to sit down with Tierra and, KK so they can set up some type of arrangements for, KK to see her grandson while, he's in jail. And Tommy not Tommy. I keep calling this bitch Tommy name. Tierra's kind of looking sideways. She's like, well, I don't really low-key trust her, and KK done told her, bring her punk bitch ass on. You a punk bitch. Come on, let's fight, you punk ass bitch. Girl. KK, you too goddamn old to be fighting somebody, okay? Too goddamn old to be fighting somebody. Get up and fight. So, I don't know what the fuck's gonna transpire between that. Now, I do think that beef between Tommy, see, like I said, these motherfucking T's got me all kind of fucked up. Between Tierra and KK may be somewhat factual. I don't know. I did hear, and word on the street is that they do got some type of beef. Maybe that this motherfucker did low-key kind of rat out on KK when she was in jail. or before she went to jail, told the police where her ass was and they came and locked her up. So I did hear that beef may be true between Tierra and KK. So, and excuse me for getting that Tommy and Tierra shit mixed up. Like I said, we just now meeting these motherfuckers and they got too many TTs and scraps in this motherfucker. This shit is annoying to me now. Now you got Erica and Aaron. It's just, girl, I know Erica's not on the show, but girl, it's just too many of these goddamn names that are similar to me. So next week's episode is also going to be a goddamn doozy. I want y'all to let me know what y'all thought about all of this shit down in the comment section. Don't leave me hanging, bitch. Don't leave me fucking hanging. I've been sitting there talking to y'all ass damn near an hour. Okay, damn near an hour. Like I said, there's a whole lot of drama went on. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about the shit with, and like I said, I do feel like it's the shit that K. Michelle told Carly Red is actual and factual. Don't expect me to feel some type of way about somebody because you feel some type of way about them. I just don't feel like that shit is right. And also, Carly Red, I know you and Tommy done had a little situation, a little back and forth confrontation, verbal confrontation, but for you to sit there a couple of hours later to sit there and be licking and kissing all on her dude, that's some old foul ass shit. Even though I know the shit is scripted, but still, that's some old foul ass shit for you to do, and that's some fucking hoe shit. And I ain't here for that. And Jessica Dime, you another motherfucking foul ass bitch for coming up on a person and getting upset with him because they ain't upset with you. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comment section. And if you are new here, be sure to subscribe because we have a whole lot of fun around up and through this piece. Share this video on your social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good old shit. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.